Anyone can set up an Onocoy miner collecting satellite data we're rewarded with daily token rewards for. In today's video, I'll compare 3 different Onocoy mining setups, a cheap setup, a medium and an expensive one, to see which setup is best in different situations. I will show different antennas, some reward examples, mention ROI and tips on how to earn the most. So this video will give a good beginner overview of Onocoy mining. But of course, nothing I say or show is financial advice. Showing different ways of earning passive income through mining is what I do here at Nordic Crypto. So if you want to see more of that, make sure to like and subscribe. So what is Onocoy mining all about? Onocoy is a DeepIn project, a global decentralized community network that enables anyone to set up a GNSS reference station, an Onocoy miner, that collects satellite data and contribute to Onocoy's centimeter accurate positioning service that can be used in sectors like farming, drones and self-driving vehicles. And I believe Onocoy's service is currently the world's most cost-effective solution for this right now, sometimes even 10 times cheaper or more compared to traditional solutions. Right now there are more than 5,500 Onocoy miner stations in the world, so still not that many. And we users who have a miner up and running are rewarded with a daily Bono or upcoming Ono token for it. And all Onocoy miners providing good data are rewarded for it, but it's only the top 3 Onocoy miner stations within a 15-kilometer radius that earn the full token rewards. And the top 3 stations are not decided based on who is first, but instead depends on signal quality, so the best performing stations earn the most, which I think is quite fair. Onocoy have started to get quite a lot of attention recently, and if they simply continue to grow like they have done during the past few months, with the Ono token also going live in July, the mining earnings could perhaps mirror a similar project GeoDNet that I have been mining with and earning quite a lot with since 2022. And that is one of the several reasons why I recently chose Onocoy as my #1 DeepIn project. You can find all of my other Onocoy videos, setup tutorials, discounts to make the Onocoy miners cheaper down in the video description below, or over at nordiccrypto.io, where I collect all of my DeepIn miners. Let's take a look at the 3 different Onocoy miners from GNSS store. The first one is the Binav M20. This is currently the cheapest ready-to-go multi-frequency miner for Onocoy out there. Just the station itself cost €229.99 and the lowest full package setup cost €304.99. And we can make it 5% cheaper using the promo code Nordic. So here's what the final cost with shipping and taxes look like. I don't know if the tax will differ depending on where you live, but either way this is a lot cheaper price compared with the other on-link miner that I have reviewed and showed before that also works for Onocoy mining. However, there is a reason this package is so cheap, which is because it's combined with the cheapest antenna. A better antenna gives a higher signal quality and therefore also higher rewards, which I'll talk about soon in this video. The Binav M20 full setup is able to track 126 satellite signals with quality scores seen between 0.7 to 0.9, where 1 is a perfect score. I have seen some users being able to make some advanced tweaks to get the quality score a little bit higher. The power use with all of these miners I will be showing today are between 1.4 to 1.6 watts, so it costs almost nothing to run them. The next Onocoy miner is the Unicore UM980. This looks exactly the same as the M20 on the outside and just differs in this number. This one costs €299.99, just the station itself. The entire full package can range between €374.99 to €429.99 before shipping, taxes and discounts. This miner tracks 145 signals where users have been getting quality scores between 0.8 to 0.976, where tweaks again have been shown to improve the score. The last and most expensive Onocoy miner here is the Sepentrio Mosaic X5. This is the premium device starting at €539.99 just for the station itself, and with the power supply and the budget antenna it's €669.99 before shipping, taxes and discounts. The X5 is able to track 170 signals and I've seen scores between 0.92 to 0.978, and the X5 got some anti-jamming and spoofing protection as well, so this is the best device in terms of reliability. But as you see, there are 3 more Onocoy miners here, where there's another version of each device. These first 3 here are the budget version stations that only connect to internet via the 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi. They are only powered through a USB adapter and some other things mentioned here. These other 3 devices are the wired version stations that we can use an Ethernet cable with, or both 2.5 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi with. We can also power them through PoE, and these costs a little bit more. I generally like having everything I can connected connected to an Ethernet cable for the connection stability. So this X5 device you see right here is one of these wired devices. So which of these miners would you get and why? Let me know in the comments. I'll soon go through a few scenarios on which miner setup might suit you the best. But if you want to know more about the setup and the tech details of these miners, how they differ, you can go to my site and check it out. Which antenna you choose for your Onocoy miner is important since they affect your signal quality and therefore your rewards. Some antennas can even cost several thousands of dollars, but here we look at 3 antennas all below 200 euros. And I also want to mention, for all these antennas, make sure to seal the connector between the antenna and the cable with heat shrink tubing or self-vulcanizing tape to avoid water to come in and damage the devices. The rest of the antennas are waterproof. Let's begin with the ANN MB2 antenna costing 60 euros within these packages. It is the budget-friendly antenna. It hits between 60 to 70% reliability in open areas, but this antenna cannot handle snow or much wildlife like birds pecking on it. So this cheap antenna does not make sense in all parts of the world. The second antenna is the budget 38 decibel that costs 150 euros in these packages, which is a solid pick for most Onocoy miners. Its 38 decibel gain and multipath rejection have been seen to boost rewards by 10% in suburbs, reaching between a 75 to 80% reliability. The dome shape of the antenna works in all weather conditions, however the stand it comes with will not be enough to stand on its own. You will need to anchor this antenna using other mounts. The last antenna is the all-band plus 38 decibel costing 189.99 euros, which is the best antenna out of the 3. This also comes with a heavier stand, and this antenna offers sub-centimeter accuracy down to 0.8 centimeters and have shown to give between 90 to 95% reliability with high mounts. So which miner full package setup suits you? The BiNav M20 with the ANN MB2, the cheapest antenna, is the cheapest way to start mining Onocoy with a plug-and-play device like this. However, the reliability and signal quality will be lower and yield you lower token rewards. So this setup is not optimal for areas where there are already good Onocoy miners existing, or where they might appear in the future, because the M20 will most likely get outperformed due to its low signal quality and thereby earn less rewards. But the M20 could perhaps make sense to set up a lot of them due to their cheap cost in remote areas where there's not so likely that more Onocoy miners will pop up. In that way, yielding you the most tokens as possible for a long duration with this device. But as I mentioned before, this antenna does not work in areas where there's snow. For the casual miners in the suburbs, where there might be other Onocoy miners nearby, or you think there will be in the future, the Unicore UM980 with the budget 38 decibel antenna is the sweet spot for most people in the world. This delivers better reliability and can hit higher signal quality to earn more rewards compared with the M20. So with this, you will likely still keep being competitive if there are other Onocoy miners appearing near you and you have a good setup. So within suburbs, this might be the best option due to it having a good price to performance ratio. For the pro setup among these 3 stations, if you want to make sure you're at the top of the signal quality to earn as much rewards as you can for longer time periods, go for the Mosaic X5 with the all-band plus 38 decibel antenna. This is pricier, but it gets you the highest reliability and the highest signal quality out of these devices. Here are some tips on how to earn the most Onocoy mining rewards. First of all, if possible, you want to find a location with no other Onocoy miners nearby. We can of course set up an Onocoy miner anywhere and still earn with it, but with less miners around, it often equals more rewards. Right now in these Asian countries there is a 5x reward campaign boost until 30th of September, so if you live in those areas, this might be a good opportunity to start mining Onocoy right now. Next tip is regarding placement and setup. Placement is everything. You want your antenna to have a clear sky above. You can also utilize Onocoy's sky visibility map to view your progress and see if there are obstructions on the sides. By doing this and improving your setup, you can increase your earnings quite a lot. The next tip is to secure your setup tight. Loose mounts swaying in the wind or pinched cables can decrease your quality and earnings a lot, so make sure to do sturdy setups that does not move in the wind. If you want to estimate what the ROI, return on investment, and dollar earnings mining Onocoy might give you, I suggest check this video I made where I speculate on the Ono token price, and you can cross-check that with the Onocoy Explorer to see how much your station possibly could earn in your location. We don't know for sure what the upcoming token price will look like, but I think the odds of the ROI numbers looking great at the beginning are high, ranging between 1 to 2 years in ROI with the device using almost no power at all. So so I would say there's a good chance that this is almost free passive income mining with this right now. But we don't know yet what will happen or how Onocoy will continue to perform, so this is all just guesses and not financial advice. I will leave these additional Onocoy videos, the setup tutorials, all Onocoy miner discounts in the video description below so you can check it out. Alright, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.